Hey, I know why you're here. It's that time of night, isn't it? When the distractions die down, the gym is closed, the notifications have stopped, and you're left with the one person you've been trying to outrun all day. Yourself. There's a specific kind of silence that only men know. It's heavy. It feels like a physical weight on your chest. You look at your life and it's fine. It's okay. But okay is starting to feel like a slow-motion car crash. You feel like a background character in your own story. You're watching the days bleed into weeks, and you're terrified that this numbness is all there is. If you feel like you're losing your mind tonight, I need you to stay. Because that pain, it's not your enemy. It's a flare gun being fired from your soul, trying to tell you that you're drifting off course. We've been sold a lie, bro. We were told that if we just stayed quiet, worked the job, didn't cause trouble, and checked the boxes, we'd be fulfilled. But nobody told us that checking boxes doesn't build a soul. As men, we're taught to be anchors, be steady, be stoic. But there's a difference between being an anchor and being a rock at the bottom of the ocean. You've become so good at holding it together for everyone else that you've forgotten how to hold a vision for yourself. You feel lost because you've traded your aggression for aggression replacement. You play the video games to feel the win you aren't getting at work. You watch the porn to feel the intimacy you aren't building in reality. You scroll the feed to see other men living the adventure you're too tired to start. You aren't lazy. You're starving. You are spiritually malnourished. Let's talk about the most dangerous man in your life. He isn't your boss. He isn't your ex. And he isn't your competition. He is the ghost of the man you could have been. Imagine him standing in the corner of your room right now. He has your face, but his eyes are different. He took the risks you were too scared to take. He said no when you said yes just to please people. He started that business. He asked that girl out. He kept his body in peak condition. He's looking at you tonight, and the look in his eyes isn't anger, it's pity. The reason you can't sleep isn't because you're tired. It's because your subconscious is screaming at the gap between who you are and who he is. That gap is where depression lives. That gap is where feeling lost comes from. You don't need a vacation, man. You need to close the gap. So, what do? We don't wait for a sign. We don't wait for Monday. We start a war of attrition against our own comfort. Step 1. Kill the one-day mentality. One day is a graveyard where dreams go to rot. If you want to change your life, you have to accept that your best life is currently being held hostage by your current habits. Step 2. Embrace the voluntary suffering. If life feels meaningless, it's because you lack a challenge that scares you. Pick something hard. A marathon, a promotion, a difficult conversation you've been avoiding for 3 years. Purpose isn't found. It's forged in the heat of a struggle you chose. Step 3. Break the silence. Men die in isolation. If you're hurting, find a brother. Not a drinking buddy, a brother. Someone who will tell you the truth even when it burns. Real strength isn't carrying the mountain alone. It's knowing which mountain is worth climbing. I want you to remember this date. I want you to remember this exact feeling of being done. Because a year from now, you're going to look back at tonight. You're either going to look back and say, that was the night I finally gave up, or you're going to say, that was the night the old me died so the real me could finally breathe. You aren't behind. You aren't a failure. You're just in the middle of your origin story. And every great story needs a moment where the hero is in the dark, wondering if he has what it takes. You do. Now, close this video. Put the phone across the room, stand up, and decide who you're going to be when the sun comes up. Because the world doesn't need more fine men. It needs you alive. Go get started.